inventory tier list. Enjoy! Alright, it's time to continue on with the list. It's been a few days, so my mind is definitely refreshed. And we're starting off really strong, because oak logs. These blocks are like an instant S tier. Because, well, they're everywhere. They look really good. I mean, the texture I could kind of care less about, but it still works for a lot of builds that use that block. So I very much respect this block for its age, and yeah. Spruce logs, on the other hand, I don't use as much. You know, a good trick is if you're building a dock, you can kind of tell where the water level starts, because that's going to be the log. You know, it looks like a wetter version of that. I'm not the biggest fan of the texture. I mean, I'll use it, but compared to the oak log, it's not as good. With that being said, it's spruce, and spruce is... yeah, spruce belongs there. Up next is birch logs. These look terrible. I mean, they do work well with the block that they yield. But, and you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of diorite, kind of. I mean, it looks like the bird poop log. So, yeah, I'm not gonna... I could care less about the birch log. It works great with birch itself, though. Jungle? Eh. I could care less about anything that comes out of the jungle variant. Although I do like how it is a sideways oak log. I'm gonna put it up there. I just don't care about it. Acacia. Ooh, acacia logs. Look at that. It's basically just a gray log. Aside from the fact that the top is like bright orange, I like the side textures that this block has. And I could definitely see myself using it more if I had more of an opportunity. About the only reason you would ever want to farm acacia. So yeah, acacia logs I don't mind as much as I do the actual block of acacia. Alright, I'm going to expand the board before I place anything more. Bam. Dark oak logs. I mean, these kind of remind you of spruce, don't they? Except different. I mean, spruce kind of looks like a more saturated version of dark oak logs. Frankly, I could care less about dark oak logs. I mean, they're useful in some builds, but I don't see myself using dark oak often enough to warrant me putting it any higher than a C. Again, another log that I feel neutral about. The log textures are... yeah. Although, you know what? I'll give Dark Oak Log a higher rank because it yields one of the best wood in the game. I forgot that I was also measuring these blocks not just on what they look like, but their usefulnesses. Or their usefulness. Ooh, mangrove log. I mean, it's honestly the same thing with like acacia or jungle. It yields an amazing looking just an amazing looking block, but that's about it. You're not really going to be using this block. Unless, of course, you're setting up a roast. Which I could probably actually... Yeah. If I, do this number... Bam. I mean, we've all seen this by now. It looks like a slab of meat. You know what? It's because of that, I'm going to give this an A tier. The log it yields is also really good. Mangrove roots. I mean, they make for a fuel source. Actually, mangrove logs or mangrove wood is actually worth all the trouble mining it because, like, this creates a lot of fuel. And the wood it yields here, it's somewhere up here. Yeah, over there. That looks cool. So, yeah. But honestly, aside from a decent farmable fuel source, I don't... Oh, wrong one. I don't find it much use on mangrove roots. So yeah. Muddy mangrove roots. I mean, it's just mangrove roots, but in mud. I don't really care about mud too much. I'm just... Yeah. I'm glad they have it, though, because it's a block that works in the biome. Because, like, the roots have to be... the roots have to go somewhere. Like, that looks good. But... I don't know. I could care less about it. It only works in a few situations. Crimson Stem. I mean... Oh, they're animated. If you look at that, assuming that your screens have color, you can kind of see, like, the differences. Yeah. The stems here are animated. Technically, these are mushrooms, I think. Or nether trees. The crimson stem actually looks really good. It's just it's a shame that it can't really go well with many other blocks. But because this looks really cool, it kind of redeems itself. Warped stem? Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna put crimson stem here. I don't really like the wood that it yields. However, warped stem, it's different. Oh, right. I only put copper in the weird copper in F. Forgot about that. It's been a few days. Ooh, instant S tier. These look so good, especially if you're framing a building in Minecraft. Like, those work very well together. Instant S tier. And honestly, I would say the same for the spruce version as well. And birch? Ooh, birch is not that bad either. Like, the stripped versions of each and every wood kind of redeem all the log versions, because log versions look kind of ugly, they're not the best, except for the warped and the crimson stems. But these just have a smoother texture, they're nice, and they work well with the color that they're going with, or at least most of the time they do. I just like them. I like the stripped versions than the barked versions. Oh, jungle though. They even made the texture sideways on this one. I mean, I guess I can respect it, but I don't really care enough about jungle to like it. I mean, I can see myself using it in some situations, but not most of them. Acacia logs. Not my cup of tea. Certainly not my cup of tea. It's kind of hard to see with the item frame in the background. But yeah, no, I just don't like the orange wood. I mean, orange is not really my favorite color. So yeah, anything acacia is kind of ugly in my opinion. Alright, now this one looks like dark oak wood, unless you place it right next to dark oak. In which case, it kind of looks weird. There's kind of a contrast. This is less saturated version of dark oak. You can kind of see the difference on the top as well, but like, yeah. It's very weird, but it also looks really cool in some aspect. I would give this... I'm not the biggest fan of the dark oak logs, but... Or the stripped dark oak logs. Neither am I of normal dark oak logs. I kind of gave it a terrible rating. But, actually, I would be willing to put the normal dark oak log there and just kind of replace its status. So yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of either of these. I like the dark oak wood itself, and that's about it. Ooh, mangrove log. It's a... wait a second. Oh, okay. So, yeah, I mean... I have actually never used it in a build. I guess if normal mangrove... I believe it's up... Is it down here? No. Yeah. It's basically uncooked meat. But yeah, I like it. I like it better than... I've never used it in a build, but I can see myself using it with, like, any mangrove-style builds. And, I mean... Yeah. I'll sit it comfortably here. It's not my favorite still. But, yeah. Crimson... I'm not the biggest fan of Crimson. You know, it's just... I guess it was kind of the first redwood. Or it's kind of a purple-ish wood. I just don't see myself using this color too often. With that being said, the texture is nice. Warp stems, on the other hand... I mean, I liked warp wood better than I liked crimson. It's just how I work, I guess. Crimson is kind of like discount, or not discount. It's a worse version of mangrove, in my opinion. But that's it, really. Ooh, the stripped oak wood. All the wood blocks. I mean, I'm glad that wood blocks exist, but they're kind of tricky to deal with sometimes. Plus, like, isn't their crafting recipe kind of weird? Don't you... Here, let me get, like, a stack... Or, let me get a stack of this. Oh, it yields 3! Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I kind of don't like that. But as far as oak wood goes, I mean, I've used it before in the past. I'm not against using this block. It's just, if I'm going to use stripped oak, I'm probably just going to use the log. So, yeah, I can't really give it an S. I just don't use it enough to warrant me using it, or giving it an S. But I do like the concept, and I'm glad they exist, but yeah. Stripped spruce wood. Never really used it. Oh, I got to expand the graph again. Bam. Stripped birch. I'm probably just gonna. I could care. I could care less about it. I. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad the wood variants exist, but they're not the best. I prefer to have the. I prefer to have logs over the wood. Plus, you can easily like mess up a texture. Like if you did something like this. I mean, that looks fine, but that doesn't line up. So yeah. You've already heard my opinions about acacia wood. There's so many variants of these. I'm just gonna slap it down there. Not the biggest fan. Um... Whew. I'm just gonna do all these at once. Probably just put these in a neutral tier. Because I'm not the biggest fan. I just never use the wood blocks. And I never want to use the wood blocks. So many variants. I'm gonna move on to different colors now. I'm excited for what's coming up next. Ooh, wet sponge. They offer that in the creative inventory? Why? Anyways. Um... Oh, I could see myself using this more, but not right now. That's... Yeah. um... Dark oak, I'm just not a fan of dark oak texture. Mangrove wood. Not a fan. Ooh, crimson though. Crimson Hyphae? Hy Let's Google this word, okay? My voice feels broken right now. Hyphae. Each branching of filaments that make up mycelium or fungus. Okay. Guess we learned something new. I see myself using this more than I do all the others. Because I really do like how Crimson looks. Or how the Crimson logs look. There's the other Hyphae. Same thing with Warped. Now the Sponge family. Sponges are one of those blocks that sometimes you really want early game, but you can't get it because they're always locked up in one specific area on the map. And that is the Ocean Monument. So, with that being said, their usefulness does not go unnoticed. Wet sponge, on the other hand, is the result of if you dry something with that sponge. And, well, you have to go, you either have to smelt it in a furnace or go into the nether where it will dry. And, yeah, it's kind of tricky to deal with. So, F. I mean, someone's got to accompany all the copper down here. Yeah, I don't like dealing with wet sponges, but I love using sponges. They're so satisfying too. We got glass now. I mean, I would be doing this a disservice by not putting it in S tier. Because, like, I use glass so much, and I always seek it out, especially in the early game. Like, it's so I'm glad we have it in the game. But it does hurt your ears when you break it. Tinted glass. It's got its it's useful, but I don't use it enough. You know what? I respect it though, because it's one of the few things you can actually make out of the amethyst shards. They need to make more recipes out of that in this game, I think. Because amethyst is very... I wouldn't mind having more of that stuff. Block of lapis lazuli. I mean... I don't use it. It's very blue. I've used it before, but it's just like, I don't... Yeah, I'll say I don't like it. Ooh, sandstone. This is a block that I really want to be using more. All the sandstone variants. So yeah, I'm gonna... Let me expand the graph. Chiseled sandstone has a creeper on it, and I like it. Same with cut sandstone. I'm glad all these blocks exist. Wool. Let's talk about some wool. White wool is what you get from sheeps. So now, with the following blocks, I'm gonna basically have to base them off of color. Wool is very useful for making beds, and I mean, it looks cushiony. It also can protect you from different traps, I guess. I like wool. It's a cozy block. So I guess we're playing a game of what are my favorite colors. I'm gonna give this wool an A tier. Next up is orange wool. I don't like the color orange. I mean, I like certain aspects of it, or I like how orange is a mix of other of other colors, and therefore it goes well with some other colors, but not alone. Magenta? I just don't like the color magenta either. It's not that I hate it, I just don't use it. Light blue. Oh, I wish I used this. This works well for like specific situations like sky and stuff like that. With that being said, light blue's also not my cup of tea. Yellow? Eh. Don't really care for it, but I can see myself using it in certain situations. Lime wool, same thing. Don't use this color enough. Probably don't use this color enough as I should. Pink wool. I mean, it's kind of just a better magenta. Yeah, that's my opinion on pink. It's a better magenta. Ooh, gray wool. I keep on going back for that stupid item frame. That's a lot of entities. I like the color black. I mean, yeah, I like the color black. And I like... Yeah, just... Cyan. What a beautiful color. Cyan is... I forget what cyan is a combination of, but other than, like, amazingness, but, like, I would use this more. Definitely would use this more. Purple. I've never used purple in my life. Probably never will. Blue wool. It just goes there. I feel like it belongs there. Brown wool. You know what? I'm gonna put these higher than all of these. Because I would actually see myself using brown wool. So... And yes, I would use it to make a turd. Green wool kind of looks icky. Am I the only one thinking that? With that being said, though, it reminds me of grass. kind of. And, I mean, yeah. Red wool? I like the color red. In fact, red and black are both S tier colors. Oh, slab variants of each block. Oh no. Oh no. Whew. Some of these slab blocks we haven't done yet. Do I have to do the slab variants of each block? I did it for copper, but jeez. I said I was doing the entire inventory. So I must. Well, everyone watching this automatically knows where I'm putting these to. More expansion. I'm putting a lot of things into B tier. Let's check over them. Take a bit of a break from everything. Alright. Eh? Oh. Yeah, I wasn't right. I'm basically just gonna put the slabs. Yeah, I'm gonna put the slabs in the same spots that I put their other bits. Stone slabs, I am so happy these exist, because we need more cave texturing. Well, we don't, but we also do. Every little bit helps. Stone slabs, ooh. Ah! My hand. Stone slabs are just a better version of stone. Plus, like... Oh, I forgot about that. S tier. Oh my goodness, what a good texture. Whew! Sandstone. Where did I put sandstone? Over here. Although these kind of look ugly. I'm not the big sand... Yeah, they don't look the best. Cut sandstone, on the other hand, I can respect it. Sandstone's just a very weird block to work with, because it's always got that weird little layer on top. Petrified oak slab. Can these blocks even be found in, like, survival? Alright, so here's the thing. Ah, my voice, it cracked. So here's the thing with these. You can't break them with an axe, unlike the other variants. You have to break it with a pickaxe. So that's the deal with this block. Well, I put it in S tier because it's such a mystery block. I don't know why they added it. I'm pretty sure they were gonna have, like, all their blocks petrified. I think that's what the concept was, but I don't know for sure. Where did I put cobblestone? I put it in S tier? Okay. I guess cobblestone slabs belong up there as well. Bricks? I like bricks. Bricks and stone bricks are both amazing. So I'm going to put these in there. I knew that was going to happen. I don't think we've hit stone bricks yet. Aren't these, like, down in the list? Yeah. I guess that's our first stone brick. Mud bricks, I'm pretty sure we're going to hit these soon. So, yeah, I don't care for mud bricks. Nether bricks. Nether bricks looks terrible. F. I never use them for anything. I don't know why. Or I don't know why they look as ugly as they do. The only reason you will ever have nether bricks in your chest, well, they have some usefulness with that weird color, but, like, the only reason you have nether bricks in your chest is usually because you just raided a nether fortress. Quartz. Quartz is S tier. I never seem to get my hands on quartz in survival, but I should. Ooh, red sandstone. We've never... Where are you? Oh, yeah. All of these... I'm really hating on the color orange. Because, like, it just doesn't work with me. Neither of these work. My opinion. Purper. Prismarine. Let's talk about Prismarine. This is animated. And I'm actually going to place a slab here, so that over time of the video, you can see how animated it is. But that's all about that's special with this block. Prismarine and dark Prismarine? Ooh. Now I like the looks of dark Prismarine, or I like the looks of Prismarine in general. I think Mojang made a really cool looking block with these. Alright. Smooth quartz! Oh, no way! I love quartz. It's just such a beautiful block. And smooth quartz, it's no exception. Look at it. Beautiful. Mm. I don't know if my eating is picking up on the mic, but I just obtained fries. Smooth sandstone? I like the looks of smooth sandstone. It's a lot easier to manage than the other sandstones. I'm a sucker for that block. I love it. And that block, same thing. You can even see I used it on the TNT house. I just like the brick block and the stone block. Bookshelves. I heard of that in 1.20 they're upgrading these. Or well, they're not upgrading them. They're making chiseled bookshelves. Now, with that being said, I love this block because it just looks cool. Hold on. I'm gonna take a break from all the eating. I feel like I reached a good point now.